Hey guys, it's Suresh. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning into another video with me today. I have an awesome special guest with us today. This is Andrew Yang. He is an amazing doll designer and he's visiting here in New York. So I wanted to get him over to my place to talk about dolls and introduce me to Kadira.
Hi guys.
Have you always been into dolls?
Yeah, I mean, I've loved dolls since I can remember, like super young. I didn't ever play with Barbie really young. I played with a lot of My Little Pony. It was like somewhat more acceptable to my parents. My mom was always really into dolls. My mom collected Madame Alexander. She collected, you know, she had some vintage Barbie, like porcelain dolls and dolls of the world, but they were always like dolls you couldn't touch, you know, in a case. She actually bought me my first doll, which was a Feathers in the Wind Pocahontas.
Really?
And she bought me an issue of Barbie Bazaar, just very randomly when I was in high school. That was kind of my gateway.
Wow. Do you have a collection now? Because you're always working in dolls, or you're kind of like, yeah?
I've kind of like been off and on. In high school, I collected a lot of the early Silkstone, and then I found out I actually went to the same high school as Robert Best.
Oh, really?
Super funny. I went to New York and studied fashion design, and stopped collecting when I was in college. I started making these large fabric dolls, which I sold in department stores.
Those are beautiful.
Thank you.
Was that under the Kadira brand too?
No, those were just my own dolls, but I like stopped collecting when I was making those. I kind of eased back into collecting and was mostly like picking up Barbies from my childhood. I always wanted to kind of make a doll that was closer to what I collected, you know, because my fabric dolls are really like big art dolls. So I kind of jumped at the opportunity to design like a hard plastic fashion doll.
Yeah. She's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Where did you start with your inspiration?
Robert Tonner started a new doll company called Phyn Aero, and it's kind of more of a play space for him in terms of like incubating different doll ideas. I collaborated with him on something in the past, and he asked me, do you want to make a doll? And I was like, sure, I would love to, are there any kind of guidelines, or like, what do you think? And he was like, I just wanted to be like a kind of a modern fashion doll. So I started to do a lot of thinking about like, what does a modern fashion doll sculpt look like? A lot of his dolls are 16 inches, and so I knew I wanted to do something different, so I kind of stayed in the 1/6 scale. She's at like 13 inches, so she's pushing it. I loved Barbie growing up, but I knew that, we were going to have to start her out as a ball jointed doll in resin, which is a lot more of an expensive material. When you are developing fashion dolls, if you want to kind of get something to market very fast, starting her out in resin is kind of becoming the norm. My aesthetic is really stylized, I love drawing and illustrating, and Robert sculpted her, but basically from a drawing, and he basically brought this drawing to life. And I would go back in and chop the sculpt up and try it different ways. I would print it out on paper in different sizes and cut it out, make paper dolls of her so I could see how she moved. I was just super excited to like get one in my hands and play with her.
Wow. And how long did that whole process take?
Start to finish, probably like 6 months. From me sending him artwork to getting the first like 3D print. I showed that 3D print at Toy Fair last year. And then it's taken a year to get to this point with some of these dolls that I have here.
Love the name, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Where did that come from?
Kadira means powerful woman in Arabic. So when I started her, I kind of wanted her to be this like ambiguously ethnic glamazon, kind of Lily Ghalichi type girl.
Like, love Lily.
Yes, like beauty and glam and real over the top and kind of very sexy. So that's like, her sculpt is very sexy. Long neck, tiny waist, kind of support like kind of more out of this world proportions. Felt like no one was doing a doll that was really like unapologetic. The best of collector Barbie is still very classic, or it's still very like modern fashion. Fashion royalty like owns the high fashion space that's very editorial. So I wanted to do something that was really glam and really like fun and Hollywood. When I started her, I really wanted to engage an audience and have like the audience actually participate in,
that's cool,
in building her out.
Yeah.
So really early on I did a cool video where I designed 3 dresses that all had very distinct personalities.
Okay.
And like one was kind of more of a 90s throwback, really shimmery. The other one was very like Versace couture.
Okay.
And then I started making the 3rd dress. I had run out of ideas by that time and I was just like exhausted, and so I went to my defaults, which is just like romance and ruffles.
Yeah.
Like if I'm left to my own devices.
I feel like that's many of our default. Like,
yeah. So when we posted the video online, that one was overwhelmingly
of course
the
it was. Yeah.
So I said like that would be the first one to go into production. And
that's this dress.
And that's this dress. This is the Ophelia dress. So I named all 3 gowns after Shakespearean heroines because the video is like really theatrical.
Love the big hair. Yeah. What is this? This is
This is saran. They hand braided the hair and then heat set it.
Oh my God! No way. She got a perm.
She got a perm. I am obsessed with Alexander McQueen. So this is
so beautiful.
So this is kind of like my oyster dress homage.
Cute.
Yeah, she's got little faux suede shoes.
Beautiful.
She's got some tights.
Love that. I also just really love her feet.
Thank you.
They're so detailed and they're really like very beautiful feet.
I'm really lucky because she fits Monster High shoes really well. She fits like Color Infusion Integrity shoes really well. She's our first release.
Okay.
She's an edition of 100.
Okay.
Still all very hand done. The eyelashes are hand applied. Each face is hand painted.
Beautiful.
This is a dress ball jointed doll. I love versatility in the look. So this little cape comes off and it can be. She can be this.
Cute.
It's a little more like asymmetrical.
Yes.
You can tie the cape like I had it, which I just was kind of twisted it around, or you can do it backwards.
Like a full collar almost.
You could wrap it around the waist and have more ruffles. You could do asymmetrical and have it here.
She can have it as a muff in one of her arms.
I mean, I've tried it as a hat before.
As a bonnet.
Doesn't totally work as a hat.
And her hair is rooted, or
the hair is wigged.
Nice.
I believe these ones come with the wig glued on, but if you want to change it out, it's super easy. Ophelia's kind of made for the collector who doesn't really want to change that much about her.
Are you offering people the option of buying like a blank doll?
Yes.
Because this is a blank, correct? With eyes.
That's a blank with eyes. The blanks probably won't come with eyes. They'll just come fully blank. And then you have the option. I made a closed eye face mold that you could order separately. And then we'll do a version that will have a painted face and eyes as well.
Okay.
And then we're going to sell wig sets separately. We're going to sell eye sets separately. And we're going to make lots of cool outfits. So separates and fun
her whole
things.
world is coming together.
Yeah, so it's going to be all about like styling and play. I have this gorgeous face here is the tan closed eye face. And this is done, the face up here is done by Layla Lee. She does of Couture face ups.
So beautiful.
She's a master face up artist. We are going to offer a painted face and a unpainted face. So you'll have a blank or painted option. Open, closed eye option.
And the hands are beautiful.
Thank you.
Great proportion.
They have a lot of expression.
This girl I feel like is like my twin. We're like the same exact color.
Yeah.
They also have like a nice weight to them, which I really enjoy.
They definitely do.
And that's because of the resin.
Yes, that's the resin. And you got a new BJD. The stringing inside is often really tight. So they can kind of kick around a little bit. And it just takes a little bit of like practice. And then, but then also the stringing loosens up over time and then it's a little more relaxed.
How would you position Kadira to someone that maybe is interested in BJD but not like feels
fully
intimidated about it?
I made her like, I call her like a starter BJD because she can live with your 1/6 doll collection really seamlessly. She can hang out with Barbie. She can wear a lot of Barbie clothes.
Oh, I was going to ask you.
Yeah, she can wear a ton of fashion royalty. Vintage Barbie, 80s Barbie clothes.
Nice.
A lot of the new fashionista stuff fits her really well. Part of the fun of discovering a new doll is like finding out what she looks looks good in and fitting.
Yeah,
And I mean,
yeah.
I've had collectors reach out to me and say that she looks really cute in Momoko clothes. I think she's also like portable.
Yeah.
Like a lot of BJDs are so big
nice
and they're
size.
so precious, and it's like, you know, these you can kind of just wrap up and
Yeah.
toss in your bag and carry with you and like take some fun pictures.
Face is so cute. It's so magical.
Well, it was
You
really
know?
cool at Toy Fair, like to see people who were just kind of breezing by and then stop and
Yes.
look at Kadira and
Yes.
walk over. Even Robert mentioned to me, he was like, she's a little bit of a star.
She
Like, everyone's
is. I
coming
was like a little bit
over.
nervous to like walk over there because there was so many people standing there staring at her.
Oh.
When I finally went over, I was like, she's ferocious.
Thank you.
I like her, like, there's almost like an elf quality to her face, like a fairy-like quality that I think, I don't know, I think that's cute.
Well, thank you.
I love it, girl.
I've tried like lots of different face painting on it. Her lips can go from like very big to very small.
Nice.
You
Her
know,
profile is beautiful.
thank you.
Love.
Robert's a really talented sculptor, so he would send me a face, and I would go into Facetune
Oh,
and
really?
like, no, move her eyebrow up here, make this
yeah.
bigger, make this smaller,
And
like,
see how it would look.
and then I'd cut it up in Photoshop, and like, you know, but
Nice.
Facetune was actually that's how her face is designed. She's got a Facetune.
Really?
face.
Oh, I love it.
I like to think I'm an artist and dolls are my medium. When I went into the fashion industry, it was a way that I felt like I could make money with my art.
Yeah.
And then I realized it's an industry.
Yeah.
And it's about, you know,
Very
what
much
skirt
industry.
sold last year.
Mhm.
And I mean, I was with a really great company that was still really high level, still really couture.
Nice.
And it still felt like I wasn't making my art enough. I just made dolls for fun, and then from there it kind of
These are the fabric dolls.
these are the fabric dolls.
Okay.
But from there they really kind of evolved and it turned into a career, which led me back to the dolls of my passion. Like my aesthetic is very like, it's like people are always a little surprised because, you know, I've got the long hair, I've got the tattoos, because it's like, this is my real, you know, I mean, like, yes, I told you I was like, wanted to make her really sexy and really glam in the beginning, but then this is what people respond to, and this
Yeah.
is also what I do best. It's also
Yeah.
what comes the most naturally to me. When I was at my high-end kind of couture level fashion job, my job was to order the fabrics a lot of the time. So I love, like real inspiration with me starts with fabric. Like I can sketch,
Yes.
but it's like the dresses and the ideas come to life when I have the fabrics in front of me. And
I love that.
the best thing about dolls is like you can take that one step further and you can say, well, what does her hair look like? And
Right.
what does her makeup look like? And her
total
attitude.
control,
Mhm.
total autonomy of the look.
Yeah.
Love. When you're approaching a new collection, or you're approaching even a new doll, let's say, like, what's your thought process? How do you start?
First, I like to think about like what else isn't out there. Like, what do I love? What do I want to play with that I don't really see? And that's kind of the starting point. With Kadira, it's like she landed really strong in this beautiful, gorgeous gown, and now I really just want to see her in separates. Like I want to see like a trench coat with a
Cute.
bandana and sunglasses,
Cute.
and like
Yeah.
I want to see her in a kimono with a bathing suit at the pool. I've been watching like a lot of old Sailor Moon again.
Okay.
So returning Sailor Moon, and I've just watched this, season. If you're a Sailor Moon freak, it's the season with the Death Busters, and they're these
I
group
have
of
some fans who are big
Okay.
fans of that. I don't know anything
it's
about
this
it.
group of
but-
witches, and they like descend upon Tokyo, and they like all look amazing. I am doing a gown that's like one of my classic go-tos, which is like pale pink and black lace. So
I have tons of amazing followers, young, not so young, from all around the world who want to get into doll collecting more, or who are doll collecting kind of under the covers, behind closed doors,
Sure.
in the closet. And I'm always encouraging them just to kind of speak their truth. What do you have to say to anyone who wants to get more into doll collecting and just kind of do it shamelessly?
life is too short. You know, you really have to do what you love, find what you love. It takes work to get there. The community is really wonderful, and if you're able to find people and you're able to like find a common interest, like you know, there's people who go every day of the week and they don't have that with anybody around them. You can bring so many different kinds of people together from all over the world through this common love.
Yeah. Andrew, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for coming over and introducing me formally to Kadira. She's gorgeous. Congratulations.
Well, thank you so much.
You should be so proud. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you learned something. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Make sure to check out Andrew's channel. That is linked right here. And make sure to check out the comment box for more information on where you can get Kadira. Be sure to follow us on Instagram. I'm at Suresh NY and you are at
Yang-a-bang, and Kadira is at Kadira Doll.
And until we see you guys again, me, Andrew, and Kadira, we are heading down to the Plaza Hotel, right?
Yes.
Or is she exiting as we're leaving?
Oh, we'll figure it out.
Wherever you are in the world, we're sending you so much love. Big hugs and kisses from me, Andrew, and Kadira. Mwah! And I'll see you guys again next Thursday for another video, okay? Bye!